I think it's safe to say that we are seeing that these massive budgets Marvel Studios and Disney are tossing at every single project in the MCU are actually detrimental and hurting the MCU. So let's talk about massive spending that's not resulting in massive returns, which is exactly what you need for the investors to be happy. A lot of people seem to not understand this. If an investor puts their money into your product, they're investing in hopes of a return, not a loss. Remember, when it came to the DCEU, Zack Snyder and WB were promising the investors $1.5 billion for Batman v Superman, $2 billion on the high end. When they came in under $900 million, investors started to pull away, and well, the rest is history, and we are where we are now. Marvel Studios has not had that problem up until recently. And what we've seen is ballooning budgets, not just the movies, and the movies of course make sense because they're getting bigger and bigger, even though I will argue they should really pull them back and go back to $120 to $175 million budgets instead of $250 to $400, but I digress. I talked about that elsewhere. I want to focus on the TV side of things and a little bit on the movies. Is there a reason the Secret Invasion cost $200 to $250 million? No, there isn't, but it did. Is there a reason that Ms. Marvel was close to $200 million? Probably not, but then again, they were shooting a lot on location, and that makes sense. That is, of course, more expensive, but also, if you really think about it, that had more visual effects than Secret Invasion. So again, I can see it. She-Hulk, they got a lot more episodes out of that, so that getting closer to the 150 to 175 million reported makes a whole lot of sense. But what we're seeing is that these budgets are ballooning so high, you can never recoup anything, right? Disney Plus, streaming services are not making money. So what is the point of spending $200 million on a TV series if you're never going to make that back? Sure, you're going to sell merchandise, sure, you're going to sell a bunch of things, but you can't sell advertising for your series, therefore you're not making the big amounts of money like they do back on, TV. Or even Hulu when they had it on there to a degree, because again, that was incorporated with a TV element. So we see series, for example, like Cloak and Dagger back in the day, and Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and Agent Carter, smaller budgets, massive return on investment. So Marvel Studios is in a really big problem, with the return on investment almost being non-existent, and also the films not making as much at the box office. Guardians 3 did great, yeah, but you look at Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. It did what you would expect an Ant-Man film to do, but they figured this was going to be bigger, so sink more money into it, and it didn't pay off. I honestly think, as an MCU fan, it's got to be reevaluated. We need less money spent on these TV shows the way that they're currently spending it, instead going in the direction of old Marvel TV, as I said before. That was the answer in my opinion. That was a superior approach. Smaller stories in different corners of the MCU, and then work those into the MCU proper, like they are with Daredevil. Because to me, that makes a lot more sense. But again, we'll see what changes down the road with now, substantial cuts coming and shifting to the entire way that you're going to approach TV in the next couple of years.